Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Newcastle podcast. I am Big Paul, this is Big Zé.
Hello, Big Paul, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you, Big Zé?
I'm doing fine.
Yes, we are the teachers of the podcast, and today we are here to talk about the top 10 best movies of all time according to the Internet Database.
Yes, IMDB, Internet Movie Database, which is like the main source, like one of the main sources. Nowadays with the internet we have a lot of different sources,
Yes.
but one of the main sources that people use globally to know how movies are evaluated.
Yeah.
So let's see which are the top 10 movies according Internet Movie Database is according to they have critics there too, but their rating is according to the audience, is according to the public. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's see how most people feel about the movies.
Yeah, but before that, let's call our vinheta.
Let's
Sobe
go.
a vinheta.
And in 10th place, we have one of my favorite movies of all time, a spaghetti western from Sergio Leone, The Good, The Bad and The Ugly, from 1966. Tô aqui lembrando a data.
Yes,
De
em português, Três Homens em Conflito. Yes.
Isso. Você tá se perguntando, mas peraí, esse nome em português não tem
1966.
nada a ver com o nome em inglês, né? Exatamente, não tem nada a ver. O nome em inglês se refere de maneira meio pejorativa, com apelido, aos três personagens
Yes.
principais do filme, o mal, o bom e o feio. Basically, that's it, yeah? Eles não quiseram traduzir os outros filmes. Faz parte da trilogia de Spaghetti Western do Sergio Leone, que é um rei do Spaghetti Western. O que é o Spaghetti Western? O Spaghetti Western é um estilo italiano. Nessa época o cinema italiano era muito forte, que importou o western americano, que é o faroeste americano, e mudou um pouco, botou mais música, deixou mais operístico, mudou o estilo do faroeste. The Good, The Bad and The Ugly é um deles. O último dessa trilogia é um dos melhores filmes de todos os tempos, não tá na nossa lista hoje, que é Once Upon a Time in the West, que é Era Uma Vez no Oeste, que é maravilhoso, que é de 69, se não me
Great
engano.
movie. I watched this one.
Once Upon a Time in the West.
This one I watched.
It's amazing, amazing. Soundtrack, a trilha sonora é antológica, de todos eles, na verdade.
Yes.
The Good, The Bad and The Ugly. What's the next?
Okay, in 9th place, we have Lord of the Rings and the Fellowship of the Ring. The first movie of the Lord of the Rings, yes, which was launched in 2001. And Zé and I are great fans of Lord of the Rings.
I love Lord of the Rings. I think the Fellowship of the Ring actually is my least favorite one from the three. I love all of them, but I prefer Two Towers and I prefer
The Return
of the Queen, but all of them are great.
Yes, it's in the 9th place, but something curious. This is not the only movie of Lord of the Rings that is in our list. Lord of the Ring was chosen twice. 2 movies were chosen to be in this list. Not chosen by Zé and I, but by the public.
Yes.
So let's go to the 8th movie, which is
Pulp Fiction, Tempos de Violência. Em português tem esse subtítulo, além do Pulp Fiction, tem Tempos de Violência. Pulp Fiction, it's a classic from 1994, from... Oh, deu branco. Quentin Tarantino.
Yes,
Aliás,
Tarantino
deu
movie.
branco porque eu li aqui 1994, eu lembrei de uma coisa interessante. Eu fiz uma lista pro meu canal com 101 filmes para ver antes de morrer e uma coisa que eu reparei. 1994 provavelmente é o melhor ano da história do cinema. Um monte de filmaço em 1994. Na nossa lista tem 2, tem um que vai aparecer mais pra frente, mas tem outros que não estão na nossa lista que também são excelentes, de 1994. It was a great year for movies.
90s,
And Pulp Fiction,
yes, in general.
And Pulp Fiction is just amazing. It's just like a movie that changed the way people did movies after that. Great dialogues, a great way of building a movie, like a movie structure, because like with Pulp Fiction, people started understanding that a movie didn't have to necessarily follow a chronological order.
Yes.
Because Tarantino played a lot with that, changing the order of the movie, and the movie is just amazing. Samuel L. Jackson is amazing. John Travolta is amazing in the movie.
Yes.
Great movie, Pulp Fiction.
Very good. In the 7th place of our list, we have another movie of Lord of the Rings. Yes, Lore.
Lore.
Yes, and this is the 3rd movie of the trilogy, which is The Return of the King, 2003. For me, the best movie of lore of all time. Yes, my favorite one is the best,
It's
in
great.
my opinion.
It's
and
the
it's
best,
in the
it's the best.
7th place of our list with 9.0 approval of the public. It's a great number.
It's a great rating for IMDb. It's a great rating. And what do you think is the best about Lord of the Ring, The Return of the King? Why do you think it's so great?
The battle is so good. How can I say this? The closing of the story, the soundtrack, everything that was revealed in the end of the trilogy was amazing.
It's very action-packed too. Yeah, a lot of
so
action.
much.
Yeah. Very
So
good.
much.
And in 6th place, we have Schindler's List.
My favorite.
Amazing movie. Talking about Oscar Schindler.
Yes.
Did you know, you watched this movie, yeah?
Yes, I watched it. It's the story of Oscar Schindler, a German entrepreneur, yes, a businessman that had a factory with many Jewish working for him, yes. It's a real story, yes, during the Second World War. And, it's a beautiful movie. That's why it received many Oscars, yes.
Yeah, it's amazing movie, unbelievable, beautiful,
White
beautiful.
and black.
The photography, the cinematography in black and white is just amazing.
Yeah.
And actually it's from 1993. Eu falei que tem 2 filmes de 94, mas 94 é um ano excepcional. E eu não contei esse aqui, que é de 93. Porém, poderia ser considerado 94. No Brasil, ele é considerado 94, porque ele foi lançado no final do ano para concorrer às premiações de 94, mas no Brasil foi lançado no começo de 94. Então é mais um ano do ano espetacular de 1994.
Yes,
Schindler's List.
Yes, and then in the 5th position we have Angry Men.
12 Angry Men.
12 Angry Men, yes.
Which is 12 Homens e uma Sentença. Which is a classic, it's also a classic play. Do you know play, pessoal? Play, além do verbo jogar, aí ó, dica de inglês, é peça.
Yes.
Também era uma peça de teatro muito famosa e foi um filme que praticamente inventou o gênero de investigação e tribunal, né?
Yes.
It's one of the first court movies. É um dos primeiros filmes de tribunal da história. It's just an amazing script, an amazing movie from 1957. It's the oldest movie in our list. É o filme mais antigo da nossa lista, da lista do público, na verdade.
Yes.
And it's amazing movie, great movie. I recommend
12
watching
Angry
it.
Men, yes. 12 Homens e uma Sentença.
And in 4th place we have The Godfather Part 2.
Part 2,
Part
yes.
2. Part 1 is coming.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
This is a classic one, and it's one, I think, as Lord of the Rings, I would consider them only one movie. Like, for me, Lord of the Rings trilogy is one movie, it's a whole movie divided in 3 parts.
Yes.
And for me, The Godfather,
the same.
The same thing. For me, it's like a trilogy. It has a story that completes itself around a trilogy, and I think they all work well. They are all good, and they are all part of a whole. And the second one is the more dramatic one, because you have family decisions that are very important. The character of Al Pacino is starting to get more powerful, and he has to make some very difficult decisions regarding his brother. So it's a very deep movie.
Yes, it is.
I really like The Godfather Part 2.
It's deeper than the first one.
Much deeper, yeah.
In the 3rd position, we have a movie that Zé and I are really good fans. Is The Dark Knight. Yes, Batman, The Dark Knight.
Very good.
Então, Batman, o Cavaleiro das Trevas, in the 3rd position. According to the public's opinion, yes. So this is considered the 3rd best movie of all time, yes. And why is that? Why is it so good, in your opinion?
I think it's one of the only... Now, there are exceptions. It's not only The Dark Knight. But when it was released, I think it was the first movie, the first superhero movie to not have a stupid script. Not stupid, I mean silly, It wasn't silly, it was serious, it was interesting. The story felt deep. It didn't felt shallow like a lot
Good
of
villains.
Yeah, all the characters were very complex. And until the Dark Knight, we were used to superhero movies being kind of silly and not complex. And here we have a lot of complex characters. It's actually a mafia movie, a mobster movie, yeah? Na verdade, o Cavaleiro das Trevas não deixa de ser um filme de máfia, um filme de crime. Um filme que poderia estar encaixado aí junto com grandes filmes do gênero de gangster. Porque ele entra profundamente nessa história. Ah, ok, tem um vigilante mascarado no meio disso tudo. Mas tudo bem. O filme leva a sério as dinâmicas que ele apresenta. Então eu acho que saiu fora do nicho filme de super-herói que era visto como uma coisinha meio, pô, isso aí é bobinho.
Superpowers in different ways. It's not about power, it's about influence, like the influence of the mafious guys, the influence of Batman and everybody.
In a very political movie.
Yes.
Too. A lot of politics involved the whole movie. It's very, very interesting. It doesn't go with a lot of cliches from superhero movies. Like, for example, what happened to Rachel. Rachel is the character that Batman, Bruce Wayne, is in love with. And her end, it's very rare for a superhero movie to have something like that happening to the main girl from the movie. Yeah.
Eu causei a morte dela. Eu queria inspirar o bem, não a loucura e a morte.
A lot of decisions. The villain, Joker, is just amazing. Great movie. Great movie.
In the second position, okay, the movie from 1972, and it's the second movie that we are going to repeat here. Yes, The Godfather, the original one, Poderoso Chefão, primeiro filme. Yes, from the trilogy, right?
Yes.
And wow, we don't have to talk too much about this because the movie is incredible. The
Amazing
story
movie.
of Godfather is a masterpiece. It's a
it's
masterpiece
an
of
absolute
cinema.
masterpiece. And in the first one, we have Marlon Brando, which is a great actor, and he's only in the first movie. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Because he's
not a spoiler. Come on, almost 50 years.
Yes.
50 years of movie.
Yes, not a spoiler. The character of Marlon Brando dies in the end, so he's just in the first movie, and he's amazing as Don Corleone.
Yeah, don't be sad if you receive the spoiler, because it's your obligation to watch this masterpiece.
Very good.
And the first one, okay, Zé loves this movie.
It's amazing. It's an amazing movie.
And many people love.
Everybody should watch this movie.
Yeah. The Shawshank Redemption, or em português, Um Sonho de Liberdade, Shawshank Redemption, right?
Eu não sei se estava na nossa lista de filmes que a tradução não bate, mas esse é um que a tradução é bem diferente, embora eu acho o título Um Sonho de Liberdade faz todo sentido.
Shawshank is the name of the prison,
right? It's the name of the prison, então seria a redenção de Shawshank. It's actually is based on a Stephen King novel.
Yes.
Yeah? And it's not involved with supernatural stuff. It's one of the few novels of Stephen King that doesn't have horror or supernatural stuff. It's more like a drama, a great drama about a guy that goes to jail, and he's arrested, and there
he suffered injustices.
He's unfair. He unfairly goes to jail, and then during his prison time, he gets friend with another guy, which is Morgan Freeman's character, Red, que é o Red, né? O apelido dele é Red no filme. And it's about the friendship of both of them. It's a beautiful movie. It's just
and another novel from Stephen King that is great too, in the same style is The Green Mile.
But The Green Mile has... Você já assistiu Green Mile?
Yeah, sure.
Tem elementos sobrenaturais.
Yes, it has.
Tem fantasia.
Yes.
Esse aqui não, esse aqui é só um drama.
Real drama.
Mas também não é de horror, um drama também. E também envolve prisão.
Beautiful movie. Movie.
E o Stephen King gosta de histórias na prisão, porque tem muitos
ele já
dramas.
Foi preso? Não, brincadeira.
Porque tem muitos dramas, muitas histórias possíveis dentro de uma prisão. Tem vários contos do Stephen King que envolvem esse mundo. Very good.
So that's all for this episode. Did you like the list? Do you agree with this list? This is not Zé and mine opinion, okay? It's the public's opinion. And tell us your favorite movie of this list. Would you add another movie to this list? Tell us in the comments, okay, guys?
See you guys.
in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye-bye.